my name is Colleen McElroy, and I'm with Channel 4's Worth Knowing program, where we like to go around town and find interesting things and events and places and come and tell you about them. I am here today at the Worth Park District Terrace Center, which is located at 11500 South Beloit in Worth, which is 3 blocks west of Harlem Avenue. And I'm here with our new director, Bob O'Shaughnessy. Good afternoon. How are you today?
Doing real well. Thanks for having me today.
Great. We're actually in a different location here at the Park District. Tell us a little bit about the room that we're in.
Well, we're actually in the indoor playground, and it's one of several areas within the Terrace Center, but this is one where moms and dads can bring their children to play on certain pieces of playground equipment during days like today, during the winter time, and during inclement weather, and we get quite a few people that come out here and take advantage of that. So it's a nice little room. Gives the children a chance to blow off some steam and give some parents a little reprieve as well. So it's a nice spot. It's a nice service that we offer here.
It is a nice service, and it's a little bit out of the ordinary, too. Usually parents at this time, like you said, are very stir-crazy, and what a perfect place to come but a Park District, and this is a little bit of a hidden gem. Speaking of hidden gems, tell us, you are new to the district. How did you find out about the Worth Park District?
Well, I've known about the Worth Park District. I'm originally from Illinois, and I've worked in the Illinois park systems for about 25, 30 years, and it was just an opportunity that came along, and I've been a director before in both Illinois and Indiana, and I just thought this was a great opportunity for me. It's in close proximity to where I live, and it just worked out. And I had a really good feeling about it from the beginning when I came out and looked at the parks and the facilities prior to even applying for the job. I just had a nice feel for it, and I went back home and applied, and here we are today. So I went through the process, and I was the lucky one chosen. So
I know that the staff is very happy to have you here. We were kind of taken off guard one of the first times that we ever actually saw you, but weren't really sure that it was you. Can you tell us what event you actually attended here at the park?
That was the haunted house, and it wasn't really kind of last minute, but it's just something that I do in preparation for interviews, or if I'm going to apply for a job, and this was one of those times, and I had already been through the first interview, and the second interview was scheduled for a day or two after the event was going to be held, the haunted house, and I wanted to get up here real quick just because I wanted to see how it was, because I even heard about it during the first interview about what a great event it was, and what kind of response you get from the community, and also the work that's involved, not only with the staff here, but with the number of volunteers that help out with this event, and it came true to form. I went through the haunted house, and it was a different experience going through a haunted house by yourself. So it was really neat. It was really neat. The people who were involved with it, the scenes and everything were just outstanding. And hats off to everybody that's involved with that event.
Yeah, I know we were very surprised, pleasantly surprised to see, because since then you've really taken on a very hands-on approach with the Park District. I know that you also did attend several of our events in the winter season. Residents have actually commented about that. Which events did you attend?
During the winter season, well, it's kind of a slow-down period, but we had the Christmas events. We had the breakfast with Santa, and the sleigh ride with Santa, and I really liked that event. That was the other districts that I've worked for, we didn't have one like that, and that event is one in which we actually transport Santa Claus to different homes in the community, and it's like a week before Christmas, and it really gives the children a taste of what's coming, and they're all excited to see him, and just seeing that reaction of the children and how they respond was worth it. Was really worth it to see that. So, and no pun intended there. So, but But that was really something special to see. And in addition to that, the Polar Express was another good event where we take an actual metro train down to Chicago to see Santa Claus, and the both times that we offered that event, it was sold out. I mean, it's really something that children and families, they look forward to every year. So that too was a fun thing to observe and to be a part of as well.
And just the fact that you are so hands-on and getting out into the community, I know that the Park District has some important things that they're actually working on that will get you more acclimated with the community. Could you inform the viewing audience of what this is?
Sure. Well, the main thing that the Park District is involved with right now is the development of their new 5-year master plan. And, this is going to be a completed document that's going to help us guide the future, for the next 5 years or even beyond. And what's interesting is that there are a number of meetings that are involving volunteers from the community who are actually giving their time to give their input on what they like about the Park District, what they don't like about the Park District, what they want to see for the future, what types of facilities, what types of equipment, if there's opportunities to improve or to establish new relationships with other bodies in the communities. If we would ever be so lucky to come across some land, could we possibly develop it in the future? We have, that group of people are meeting 2 or 3 times throughout this process to get, so we can generate their ideas. There's a couple public meetings. One's already been held. There's another one that's going to be held here in a couple weeks. The staff is involved. The Board of Park Commissioners are involved. And lastly, there's a community survey. In fact, the survey was just mailed out yesterday. And in fact, 500 surveys were mailed out to residents of Worth, and there's going to be another 500 that's going to be mailed out next week. And we hope you take the time to fill it out and return the surveys, because that's the kind of information that we're looking for. And the survey is asking the same types of questions: what you like, what you don't like, what types of facilities would you like to see, what do you like best about certain park areas, ask questions about the relationships with the school, the library, the community service organizations. It even asks questions about our Special Recreation Association, and do you participate in it? Were you satisfied with that service, and so forth? So, we're looking to find out not only what you like, and if we are satisfying the community in every way we can.
So it really sounds like you're trying to get a very good cross sample of the community. You said that you're sending out 500 now and then 500 later. What about the people that were not on this volunteer committee or have not received a survey? How can you reach out to them, or how can they get involved?
Well, they can be involved, obviously, by contacting us and giving their input at any time. I mean, that's certainly welcome. But in regards to the survey, it's all going to depend on what kind of response we get. I mean, obviously, if we get 1,000 returned, that's going to be enough for us to really get a good sample and a good feel for what the community wants. If we get a lower response, we're going to give people the opportunity to fill out the survey, whether they stop by here at the Terrace Center and pick a survey up. We'll have it available online. They can call us, and we can either mail it to them or email it to them, or whatever source we can get that survey to them, so they can have an opportunity to fill one out as well. And that's just what happens when you have a random survey. Not everybody gets the chance to fill one out. So if there's somebody who really has a strong interest out there and was unfortunate not to receive one in the mail, I'm sure we can accommodate and make sure that they get one, and so they'll have the opportunity to fill one out too.
Yeah, and it's very encouraging, too, to hear that the district is moving forward with a long-range plan. What kind of things would you like to see come out of this? You've been involved with Parks and Recreation for many years. Do you have goals, or are there things that you would like to see for the community?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's goals, but what I would like to see, at least what I would hope to see, is that people are not, or I should say people, or the community, I would like to see that the community really is not satisfied, and I mean that I would like to see, I hope it comes back that the community wants to move forward, okay, that they're just not satisfied with the present status, and if there's opportunities for us to do new things or to provide new facilities, I hope that's the information we get back so we can plan and try to acquire more funding, or even have a strong desire and hope that we can accomplish these things down the road. But those things would not be possible, or we would not as a staff have the motivation to pursue other greater things down the road if the community didn't want them. So that's what I hope. I mean, that's why I hope that if the response is overall positive. However, they would like to see us continue to move along with the trends of the future.
Now, the district also has some other big plans this year. They're celebrating an anniversary. Would you care to talk a little bit about that? Yeah,
it's really at the beginning stages, but this is the 50th year anniversary for the Worth Park District. It was established back in 1965, and the parks started to come to fruition, if you will, a year or two after that. But we're going to be celebrating the time that we've been here. We've got a summer kickoff event that's going to be held in the first weekend in June, and we plan to have some music there, and kids and family activities and food, and we're going to give the opportunity for those individuals who were active with the Park District in the past, whether they were a participant, whether they were a past instructor, and the past Board of Commissioners as well are going to be invited. And it's just an opportunity for people to come to. In fact, the event is going to be held at Gale Moore Park. It's just going to give us the opportunity to celebrate a good thing. I mean, it's been around for 50 years, and we hope to kick this. This is obviously a summer kickoff event, but we hope to kick off another 50 years for the Park District as well.
So it's fair to say that if you are watching out there and you have been involved with the Park District in the past, or you know someone who's been involved with the Park District, it would be fair to say to please contact us so that we can make sure that you are included, even as far as sending in photographs, sending in any information that you have about the history of the district. It always helps.
Yes, it's a big event. I mean, it's not every year that a body like this gets to establish a milestone like this. So, we hope it's going to be something very special, for the whole community.
It's a very exciting first year that you've come on board. What other upcoming events do we have for the spring?
For spring, we got a couple holiday events. We've got we'll start with Valentine's Day. We got our annual Daddy-Daughter Princess Ball. And that's going to be held on the 20th of February, and we're still taking registrations for that. Got some Easter events. I shouldn't skip St. Patrick's Day first. We got.
Well, especially with your last name,
yes,
that would be terrible if you skipped right over that.
That would not be good. We have the Shamrock Search, which is in March. It is March. Can I refer to my?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. That event is on March 14th. It's from. The 10 to 10:45 a.m. in the morning, and it's a, I guess the best way to describe it, it's a Easter egg hunt, but shamrocks instead, and it's for ages for children ages 3 to 8. And
I believe that's actually held in this room as well, so the little ones will have some obstacles that they'll have to climb over and search for the shamrock.
Right. But it's a good fun day event, and a good opportunity for for children to get into, I hate to say it, but the habit of celebrating St. Patrick's Day every year. So, I'm sure it'll be a fun time for them. And of course, we have our annual Easter egg hunts. Those are on the 4th of April. They'll be here at this location as well in Kennelly Park, and bring them out. And after that event is the brunch with the Easter Bunny, and you can't miss that. You can't pass up a breakfast with the Easter Bunny. So we certainly hope everybody will come out for that.
And no hints on who'll be the actual Easter Bunny this year?
No, I've not received word on that yet.
That's good. Now, before we end, I'm just very curious too. I know that you are new in town, and something that we do like to share with our viewers. What have you learned about Worth? What is the most unique feature or your favorite feature about being in Worth? Because again, you have been very hands-on. You've even attended some community activities already in town just to get to know the area. What would you say is your most favorite thing about being in Worth right now?
Well, I think just with it being a smaller community, and when you make comparisons to some of the larger suburbs, like an Arlington Heights or a Schaumburg, those are, in my opinion, those are metropolises compared to a suburb like Worth. But for a smaller sized community, I've been very impressed with the number of people who really have a genuine interest in the community. I mean, and not just so much for the Park District, but for other things that go on in town. And there's been events, there's been situations where families have been struggling and have their different situations, and I've noted that there have been many people in this community who have stepped up and have actually given them money and support, and you just don't see those types of things in larger communities. And it's always been something that I've liked since day one here, and it's made me feel welcome. In fact, there's not an organization here that hasn't been positive or has welcomed my participation or the opportunity to get to know me or to work together on a project, and you just don't see that across the board in other communities. And we can joke and smile about the Worth being a friendly village. Well, so far to me, that's been proven out. So, and it's just a feel good. It's just something that I feel really good about being here. So.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a trip, and worth a trip to the Worth Park District as well. I know as always, you have your senior programs as well, your senior luncheons. As a side note, I know the museum also is offering several activities. We're going to be going to the Main Street pumping station this spring as a behind-the-scenes tour for the MWRD, which is always very interesting. But I think that so far, the staff has done an excellent job as far as reaching every generational issue, or even reaching out to different age groups in the community as well.
I agree with that too. And one other unique feature, not so much community-wide, but what's unique to the Park District is the fact that we do have a historical museum, and you don't see that everywhere, especially with a Park District setting. I mean, usually the community museums are separate, and that was one of the things that really interested me a great deal. In fact, when you said why I chose to apply here, I mean, that was just something I found rather unique and can be really special here. And I encourage all our viewers that if you ever get the opportunity to stop by and see the museum, I highly recommend it. I mean, there are just a lot of good items and articles there, and we've got the schools involved, of course, in coming to see it, but just for anybody off the street to come by and see what's offered here or on display, I think they'll be very satisfied and happy that we're doing the job that we are in regards to that facility.
Great. Well, thank you again for your time. How can we reach you? What is your phone number and your email address?
Okay. Well, you can reach me at the main office number here at 708-448-7080, and of course you can email me at roShaughnessy@worthparkdistrict.org.
And can you just spell your last name for us?
Yes, it's O''SHAUGHNESSY.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us, and we will see you around Worth.